asleep. It's real, it's raw, it ain't discreet. Saturday soul with a side of heat. Cheep talk, street talk, downbeat speak. This is our gospel every week. Say what we mean and mean what we be.
So it's been interesting doing the vape this week, mate. Fuck. Sense of smells come back, and I was like, "Whoa, better get that bin out before it magnetizes."
Hang on, that's unfortunate. There we go. That was a bit of a mistake. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the vape. So you've been back on the vape, and you've been noticing some change.
Sniffing ability.
Yes.
I can smell your disease again.
Oh no.
I can smell your cancerous nodules.
Leaking out the special scent, the sickly scent.
Scent of sickness. That's the one. Pierre Cardin. You know, the scent of sickness.
Yeah. we have bottled that
scent of sickness.
Special sweet smell.
Sweet smell of sickness.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to be lisping a bit tonight. So,
you are going to lisp.
I'm going to be lisping a lot, so it's all good.
That's how it is.
I go through all this pain for you, the viewer. I do. I go through all this pain for you, the viewer.
Not even, no holding, just continuing, as if nothing. Just
as
normal.
If, 6 teeth out, lisping like a motherfucker.
6 teeth. And it was meant to be 8, but the other 2 were like, fuck yeah. And then
they fell out in between the waiting for the fucking monies.
Wow.
It's like insurance, man. We wait long enough, person will die and we won't have to pay out.
And then we just get to keep it all. Wow.
Yeah.
That's another insurance policy we keep.
Sickening. Too good.
But tell me how it's been. Like, I was blown away at first. Like, I was expecting
thought it was going to be a lot more painful.
I was like preparing to lock in to fucking support you through the pain because I knew you wouldn't also want to use mega painkillers. You'd do what you needed.
Go straight to the fucking Titan Panadine. You know, the Panadine you give to giants to knock them out.
Yeah. So I was expecting that, and like maybe like you just couldn't even sleep. So I was going to like.
Are we live?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to fucking.
Oh, we're long
Talk
past
is
that.
Cheap. All right.
No, we just didn't. Well, what happened was at the beginning I was going to do that, and then I realised that I'd accidentally
gone live.
I'd stopped the video background in VLC, which then closes the window. And then when it reopened, it lost the connection. I had to, anyway.
Unhappy face.
So the beginning's a clunky beginning.
That's all good.
Very profesh.
It's an ever transforming podcast. This one.
It is. It totally is. That's
ever transforming.
Yeah. So yeah, you're. That really surprised me, man. Like that you. And then I was thinking it through, and I thought.
I thought there would be anguish because the reefing and the. But man, I tell you what, she used a lot of the fucking. Was it lidocaine or whatever it is they use on you? You know, the pain numbing Novocaine.
Which one? What, the snort or the?
No, straight jabbing into the gum line. Yeah. Don't worry, this will be just a little prick, and you can feel every one of them just.
Yeah, all the pricks.
Shove it in.
And then the one, and then pulling out. Oh man.
And then just the one after the other, and like the crunch. First, how they do the push down, and then you get the crunch, and then they start pulling it up. And it's like, oh, and I couldn't feel the pain, but I could feel the wrestling against the jawline.
Yeah.
The
resting against the jaw.
The wrestling.
The wrestling. I'm even surprised.
Because it is a fight to get him out.
Yeah.
And that, the one that was the main one that I wanted out from the outset.
Yeah.
The one that was the actual issue.
Yeah.
Mate, as soon as she pulled that one out, I went from pain, like a dull pain, to nothing.
Wow.
Like just poof. And it was just crazy. And I was just like, wow, what just happened? Like something just clicked in my mind, and it was like, that's it. No more pain from teeth.
Wow.
All gone now.
And
it was like the brain switched off the switch for it, and it was gone. Yeah.
And you could really feel that difference.
Well, the thing that really got to me was the whole fact that after it was all done, right? And, I'd paid the monies and whatever, and I was trundling home. Then the second pain turned up. Like the secondary pains, nothing to do with the jaw or the teeth. But all of a sudden I had a back pain. I'm like,
that quickly?
Yeah. It's like, where'd that come from? And I was thinking to myself, I know, the pain of the teeth was masking the other pains.
Yeah.
So like cascade, you take the top pain away, and then the second tier then kicks in, I mean, it wasn't as painful as the teeth, but it was still noticeable. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I went, that is it, because it's been released. And there's no more pain in that other zone. It goes, hang on, this is the pain that's been masked that whole time while you've had the teeth pain. It has been masking this lower back pain, which I've worked on. I've been doing massage and
good.
The old ball rolling on the wall.
Stretching and
twisting,
brother.
Stretching, twisting. That's why I went for the walk today and got the background. So I thought, fuck it, man, I'm just going to get out, nice, quiet, shuffle along through the park and get me footage and a bit of exercise for it.
Nice. But that's impressive. And even things like, as you say, like the level of the pain, and then the body kind of, the chilies work like that. Like that, if you eat like, I don't know, a ghost pepper, then you eat a red eye, a bird's eye. They're not cumulative. You just have whatever the hottest one is.
The hottest one was, that's right. And the same applies to pain. Same applies for the pain levels, right? It's the greater pain, which is the noticed one.
Yeah. And you've been running that pain for fucking, what, a couple of years?
10 years.
What?
Yeah. Pretty much halfway through the relationship, my ex.
Yeah.
And I started having the pain with the teeth, and then, the grinding, and then loosening, and then the pulling out myself. So, I had a little jar full of teeth at one stage. I still got it. I forced them to give me the teeth. I wouldn't let them have them.
Yeah, nice.
And I took a picture of it inside the packet. So if she says, oh, no, because she wanted extra money for doing the stitching up, because I've got like 6 staples in my mouth right now.
Yeah,
plus sutures to keep the gums closed, keep the the holes closed. I've already had one of the stitches come out. It just dissolved and came out already. So
keep the note. Yeah, look,
But I get the photo of it, because if she goes, oh, no, I pulled 8 out, I go, no, here's a picture of the teeth you gave me, you pulled 6 out. Yeah. So whatever you want to try and overcharge me for
hopefully that happens.
Doing that little bit of surgery that you did.
It's sad. Like, I'm listening to your voice right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's projecting like this bad thing's going to happen, and you already think they're going to do it. But this isn't a go at you. It's actually like I do it too. And I think we all do it. And it's where we got to this position where we need to have receipts.
Yeah, well, you've been done so many times in different ways. Just
that you trust no one. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Your level of trust across the whole fucking board of those medical professionals is basically reduced to zero. Well, that's true, Si. It basically is reduced to zero.
No, I agree. No, I'm very dubious about them. I see most things that they're doing as some kind of. I'm looking at through the lens of value for them.
Yeah.
And they're not all like that. But people are like that, and there's enough like that, and just not listening. I find
they hear what they want to hear. Yes, thank you. I'll have another beer.
Yeah. Yes. Well.
But glad I got it done. Glad I got it started. Glad it's underway. So November 11, I go in for my removal of what stitches are left, and hopefully my first pressing for the molds. Yes. And then they'll then call me back in another month's time after that, 12th or 11th of December, do the second, or maybe even a couple of weeks later, do the second mold, and then hopefully have teeth by Christmas.
Yeah, wow.
Which I'll be fucking stoked about. First thing I'm going to do when I get my new teeth is go and get a fucking steak.
Yeah. Wow, so that's interesting how you've actually got to be toothless for like a little while too, eh? It's not like 1 or 2 days. It's
they've got to wait for the, obviously the operation, the healing has to occur, and then the shrink back to what it was originally, or, after the modifications.
Shit, yeah. And then you've got to measure that. Like, yeah, wow.
But yeah, I was fully expecting pain, and I didn't get it. And I was just like, what the, where's this? Because she said it's going to hurt like buggery afterwards. And I was like, oh no, a little bit more pain to endure, but I'll get through it, right?
Yeah.
And then nothing. I was like, what's going on? Like, I was almost curious, like, did she damage some nerve endings or something else, stuffed up in the process of pulling those teeth out, which is quite easy to do, man. It's quite easy to wreck nerve endings while you're still cutting and slicing and ripping,
I'd hope that, but I feel like more like these realities around more pain, less pain.
Yeah.
Like just 10 years of acute
10
chronic pain.
10 years of chronic pain and dealing with it in my own way.
Chronic acute.
Nothing, which is just like
insane.
Like entering heaven, all pain is gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
The emotion, wow.
And it was emotional, man. I actually teared up. Like a couple of hours after it was all done, and I was sitting at home and I was just thinking to myself, I just started tearing up. I was just like, man, this is just unbelievable how pain-free this is, Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be agony, and it ended up being bliss.
And how much pain you've been in?
Racked with pain, not just a little bit. Racked continuously with pain. No, it was amazing. I should have done it a lot earlier.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, gone on to it a lot earlier. But, a lot of that was just stress and having to deal with, normal life, taking care of family, being the provider, doing all the men things.
Well, but making a decision it's a big thing. Like, we can sit right on the edge of a decision for a long time.
Putting it off and procrastinating, of course.
Over the small, and it's actually not even a lot, it's maybe like 30 minutes work, and we'll still just be like, could be.
That's it. And then it's just done. It's done, man. It took roughly about an hour.
I was meaning the teeth thing. I was meaning, actually,
roughly about an hour to have all 6 extracted, and then,
I would say from observing the processes that, the paperwork took longer than
worth every dollar spent, I can tell you.
But it was more than more time spent on paperwork than actual tasks.
Yeah, well, isn't that always the way?
Oh, yeah, well, you've got to validate your position somehow, don't we?
Yeah, true. Position validation is a very important factor in modern life.
I'm just going to have to hold you up here for a whole 15 minutes so that my 10 minutes that I spend and the 5 minutes of idle banter feels like half an hour.
It is completely billable, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. It's completely billable. And that will consist of me looking up Google.
Yeah. And then spending half my time on Facebook.
Yeah. Just quietly.
Just quietly scrolling Facebook while I'm waiting for the results on Google.
I wonder how much. Hey, that'd be an interesting study. The amount of paid hours, like hours being paid by other companies to effectively have eyeballs on Facebook, like not intentionally, maybe like this person just might be on Facebook during work hours. So they're currently being paid by one corporation to provide revenue for another corporation.
For another one, yeah.
It's an interesting deal, hey? Could companies perhaps, like, not a lawsuit, but perhaps press forward with it because people are, employees?
Well, you don't Facebook on your work computer. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, but
unless it's part of your work
needs.
Process. Yeah, that's right. You don't. But if you don't get paid to be on it. That's right.
But but even if you were, say, on your own phone, but you're in work time. Yeah. I mean, I still think like that.
Well, that's like shitting at work. Like, how many hours do people sit on the toilet at work and get paid to shit?
Yeah, but at least that's their time. Like, and so the person benefiting is like the employee, perhaps.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, whereas, as opposed to literally another company, imagine you're like, you're Westpac Bank and you're paying someone 120 grand a year. Yeah. And then ANZ Bank's like benefiting from it. They actually get like 3 hours of your employee every day.
Cross billing.
Well, this is the question: should companies cross bill?
Maybe that should be an option.
We've recognised that like our employees spend 2 hours a day on your fucking product.
We need remuneration for our employees.
That costs this much per hour.
Yeah. And we totaled up a year's worth of their Facebooking. Yeah. Watching them on the camera on their phone.
That's it. And we're sending you the bill.
Yep. Compensation.
Yeah, I think that Facebook could counter argue, right? That like and say, yeah, sure, but unfortunately, even though you were paying them that much per hour, at 100 grand a year, their value to us is actually quite low. So we'll just give you like $10 an employee.
That's good.
That's how that counter argue. You come back with the average value of a client, and how the ads they would have seen in the 3 hour period.
My employee has this Facebook value. Per year.
Yeah.
Oh, too good. Well, you know what? I haven't had a lager all week.
I wouldn't have thought, I would have thought maybe like...
I've been pretty good. No alcohol because I didn't want any beatings going on while I was trying to congeal.
No.
The injuries are trying to congeal, so here we go.
It'll be quite drying.
There it is.
It'll be quite drying.
That's all right. I got plenty of pineapple juice stashed away, so...
Do you use pineapple juice for a hydrator, do you?
Yeah.
Your preferred?
It's one of my hydrators, yeah. I love pineapple juice.
That's interesting.
Good. Anti-inflammatory, anti-blam.
True. Yeah, the right kind of acids.
Yeah, ain't no germs going to survive with a mouthful of pineapple.
Well, we're just...
Well, the 365 Terramus continues. as promised.
As promised. People recognising that, I saw Sanders kind of acknowledge the daily Terramus and the strategic value of it.
Of course. Well, if they're distracted, they aren't looking at what you're doing, right?
No, they're listening to that. They're being concerned by the worrisome thing, which is what you're doing. But that's not the only thing you're doing. You're doing a number of things. Yeah. But I actually so it so happens. I don't know if I told you that this week. I don't think I did. But I watched Trump live. I just logged onto YouTube.
I watched the visit of the play date for our Prime Minister and the King of America.
You saw that one? Oh, yeah, I watched the NATO. I watched the NATO Secretary General.
I had to watch it. Man, he just tore strips out of fucking Kevin Rudd. It was so funny. He's like, I don't like you. You don't like me, and I don't like you. Shut up. I was just like, what? It was so sour grapes when he told him that. It was like, because you got old mate laughing. He said, and then Rudd's just sitting there like fuming because he just got told off by the president.
Well, but it's both ways. He was saying, you don't like me and I don't like you, so there's no point in us talking.
No,
we're here to
discussion's
we're
finished.
meant to be here as two countries. So the fact that we don't like each other
is... Put your fucking stupid little differences away and let's just discuss business. That's right, we have a business, not for your fucking personal interests. Who cares whether you like me or not? A lot of people don't like me. Fuck off.
Interesting. How was it? So did you watch the whole thing or did you just...
I watched enough, and it was a good minerals deal. He's great at deals. I got to say that King of America is great at deals.
Yeah, really, yeah.
No, he's a good dealer. Managed to get quite a few.
And that was $1 billion each. One special.
Well, it's just here's some rare earth stuff because we know you're having some troubles with the red dragon. So look, we'll give it to you. Come talk to the green and gold kangaroo, and we'll give you what you need.
That'll take some years to.
Yeah, well, they're going to need equipment to rip it out of the ground, man. So
and all that to have that assembled and all the variants, and then the transport train and all of the other components, and there's a number of steps I think to really getting the value of the rare earth. It's good to see progress towards it. It is about once again we've got a problem with rare earths world because just due to the way that it was convenient and from a funding perspective, etc. We only really built the infrastructure in one place because it was So we need to get that happening across the world. I mean, and Australia.
Each of those areas which have those materials need to be stepping up their game.
They do.
Yeah.
And I mean, Australia's got a lot of what gets called empty space, you know, and it's going to get mined even more. Like you can kind of see that Australia has this kind of potential of being 80%
Well, we don't
mined.
seem to be interested in technology or anything else. We just seem to be interested in digging shit out of the ground side.
Australia.
That's where we've made a lot of our money over the fucking years.
Yeah, people are pretty lame, hey, in Australia. Like the level
They won't invest in technology or, you know, startups and whatever, but they'll definitely, if you want to dig some dirt out of the ground, here's as much money as you can handle for you and your crony mates.
That's right. And I mean, and we could be adding so much value to that stuff, like the rare earths, for example. Well, let me just put this down, lay it down. Like rare earths. So let's see what you need. You got rare earths, lithium, highest quality silicon. It scales.
Immaculate silicon.
Yeah, immaculate. Yeah, at scales that are like scales that actually would enable just the deposits of Queensland to cover the entire globe in solar panels, like the globe.
The globe. That's right.
Not and more. That's just and more, but at least
and still have leftovers. That's right. Yeah. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Right, and bauxite, like bauxite. So we actually have bauxite. We can make aluminium. We got the iron, so we can make steel, aluminium. We can make like the
composites.
You got the rare earths, lithium, aluminium, and fucking silicon and glass.
And to top it off, we got your nuclear power stations covered with all the fucking uranium, mate.
Like we could literally have like the world's leading manufacturing. Why aren't we like making why aren't we a processor hub, like making some of the leading microprocessors?
Well, the simple answer: green.
Greed, maybe I would say, not
greed
green.
and green.
It's not that expensive. Like it's not. No. I think just lazy. Like the Australian kind of way, you know. Like
Too much of a laid back attitude. She'll be right, mate. You know.
Do it the easiest way. Why would you want to spend? Why would you want to put more effort in when you can already make billions just digging it out of the ground?
Yeah.
Laziness.
Whereas you could be supplying a finished product.
Gina Reinhardt, lazy.
And making even more
Fortescue,
money.
lazy.
You could be supplying
lazy people.
refined, finished product and making a lot more money.
Scratching themselves.
Yeah.
Absolute laze.
Well, it's a travesty, really.
And,
because if that's what you're going to be known as, the country that just digs all the shit out and doesn't do anything except that, then, you know, that's pretty boring, isn't it?
Basically dogs.
Who's going to invest in that?
Just population of dogs. You could replace this with anything, couldn't you? You could just replace this with like
chipmunks.
Chipmunks. They've got probably more useful teeth and claws than us, actually. They probably, in fact, if you replace Australians with chipmunks and they were well trained, sort of like slightly larger, sort of.
Well, you wouldn't have to get big computers. You just give them a phone. That's a computer. We talked about that with the squirrel nation.
Squirrels, squirrel nation. And then you get the sort of the chipmunk, right? And they're just digging, they're mining, they're chopping.
Little hands furiously digging at the dirt.
You've got less tool cost, better replacement cycle. You know.
Breed well.
Yeah, that's it. So I think that effectively,
I think breeding well is the important factor.
You could increase profitability of mine and sort of lumber, so forth, extraction from Australia by replacing 9/10 of Australian population, maybe 8/10.
I'm just going to mute for a second because I've got to blow my nose.
With chipmunks. I mean, chipmunks have got the handy claw as well, I think. But I mean, there probably would be, if you had sort of a more variable system of life, you could have the chipmunk and maybe, 2 or 3 others. I would think the wombat should be pretty good, but they're a bit obstinate too. Maybe like the wombat is, once again, it's Australian. You need import species basically to Australia.
Definitely a good burrower. That's it.
Yeah, but it's obstinate, and once again, it's too Australian, to be useful as just a really, hard work. I think that's why the chipmunk was such a grand idea, because.
Well, it seems more furious at its work.
Yeah, it's not Australian. It's like, what's an evidence? It's like actually.
Well, it's like when you go to the zoo, mate. You're looking at those kangaroos. What are they doing? They're just lying around.
They're lying around.
That's it. That's all they do.
They're scratching
themselves, lying around.
And when they move,
they're more Aussie than that.
No, they try and slide their feet. Have you noticed how they try not to lift their feet off the ground? Like they'll just try
It's more a sliding motion. Yeah. It's just too difficult.
Yeah, that's
better if someone else does it. All right.
That is now that
way better.
That's a very deeply Australian motto. Yeah.
Why do it today when you can put it off and do it tomorrow?
Well, especially if someone else does it tomorrow.
Way easier for me, personally.
Than me doing it today, someone else can do it tomorrow.
Sounds too much like effort.
And they just have the whole population just gearing on that. It actually reminds me of this video I saw this week of this guy in a wheelchair, and he decided to take a visit to the Australian Minister for Disabilities.
Oh, couldn't get in?
Yeah, couldn't get in. There were steps. And he's waving.
We're not laughing at the person in the wheelchair. We're laughing at the situation of visiting the Minister for Disabilities and being unable to enter the office.
Yeah.
That's what we're laughing at. The whole ridiculousness of that.
He films the whole thing, right? He's there, he's waving out the front, trying to get attention. There's a sign. Like, on
did someone have to lift him up the stairs to get in?
Oh, no, it gets better. I wondered if they were going to try that, right?
Yeah, get the MPs out and grab him and pick him up and grab the chair, drag the chair up the stairs.
So there's a disability blue square, on the wall, where he can go up. So he rolls over, and it says there's a buzzer here, press for assistance, but then there's no buzzer.
Someone stole the buzzer.
No,
That's very Aussie. That's very Aussie. Someone's stealing the buzzer on him. Like,
I think it might have been like just sort of like his sort of Bunnings stick-on one.
Oh, yep.
Like so easy to steal. Not
like
Chubb came and like installed like a proper
button. Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
A real buzzer rather than a $20 special from Bunnings.
No, $20 special battery goes. It's not really meant for outdoor use, But and so eventually they just to get the attention. Yeah. And then they come out and they're like, oh, sorry, hang on, and they go back inside and they come out again, and then they say, we'll meet you around the back, and so he has to wheel himself down the whole side of this building.
Come up the service lift.
Oh, better.
Oh, better. Okay, lay it.
He comes around the back to the for deliveries. It says 4 deliveries come this way, and there's a big roller door.
Yeah.
And then they like have to come down, and it doesn't actually mention disabilities there. Like it says 4 deliveries. And he lifts they lift the roller door, and then they've got basically he's out the back, right? Out the back. And so then there's a ramp, because there's a ramp, but there's no
rail.
No rail.
Safety rail. No safety rail.
Yeah. And guess, and we're out the back of the building, mate. So guess what's at the top of the ramp?
Stairs.
Well, no, thankfully no, but
okay.
Not that bad. No, but more like, what do you do at the back of the building? You know what I mean?
Well, bins, rubbish,
boxes.
Dudes, smoking area.
Smoking area. So there's a smoking area at the top of the ramp, which blocks off the ramp.
This is a comedy of errors, mate. The total comedy of errors.
But also so Australian, like where else? That's where you put the smoking. I mean,
get out there, have a fag,
When's the last time someone in a wheelchair came around? Just move it.
Probably never.
Yeah, probably never. You just move it. So, they had to move
How did that other guy get in there? Like, he's got a wheelchair. How does he get in there?
Who's that?
The Minister of Disabilities. Isn't he in a wheelchair or something?
No.
Or is that one? I know there's some guy in a wheelchair. Maybe he gets carried in. He has to get carried in or something.
Maybe he might be the Minister of something else. Anyway, no, not in this story.
Minister of no silly walks.
That's it, just very serious. Of stairs. So he goes in. I mean, and the story kind of at that point is...
Mate, even Macca's has got a decent ramp to get into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even Macca's thinks about people in wheelchairs.
I just loved it was the smoko area. It was so good. It was just, they've got the ashtray. Yeah, you can see the ashtray in the video.
And I bet you the ashtrays were just a couple of the 4-litre fucking juice tins with the tops cut off or something.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I can see it now.
Yeah, you got it, right? Yeah, and then he hassles the minister up and it's all like, hey...
what's the deal? Yeah.
And the minister has an argument with him over the fact that there's a buzzer out the front, he should have used it.
Oh, and then had to reiterate that there is no buzzer.
Yeah, and back and forth.
Oh.
Had to have a back and forth.
Didn't believe.
No.
Disbelieved that there was no buzzer.
Yeah. And then...
adding insult to injuries.
And then huffily goes outside and then discovers...
no button. What happened? Holy shit. That's definitely a comedy of errors, that one.
Oh, that's... I mean...
And I'm glad he did cover it and obviously videoed it and made a video about it.
I don't know. I want to say it's not a comedy of errors.
Well, just call it straight neglect. Let's just go straight to neglect. Yeah, that's it. Don't even worry about comedy of errors.
No. It wasn't like they were a bunch of mistakes that day. Oops. Oh,
sorry, it fell off. It was just hiding in the grass,
No hiding in the grass. Hiding in the building away from disabled people up a set of stairs. That's what it is.
It was on the top floor. You had to press a button, but it was on the top floor.
You had to
send somebody up there to press it for you.
Yeah, your carer. You're not able to do it yourself. You can't. Obviously. It was so good.
Sounds awesome. You need to send me that link.
I will send you the video.
Send me the link later. Yeah, that was a good laugh, Howard Park. Hey?
Well, it's just so Australian. I thought that's the funniest part about it.
She'll be right, mate.
Yeah. Part of it is, of course, like so outrageous from the disabled perspective, but the other part of it is it actually is super fucking funny because it's just so normal.
Fucking Australian,
Australian, just so
typical.
Normal.
It's typically Australian.
Yeah. Oh, mate's just in the, little office there. Didn't even think it through.
Blissfully unaware.
Yeah. Thinking of this, like, it's not just that which is kind of crumbling and shit, like bad. It's that there are so many elements of our technological development, I find, that it's actually weirdly gets worse and worse.
Well, they don't make it to be convenient.
No, like that's a good example. They don't make it to be convenient. I think there's also you don't want it to be as effective. Because effectiveness and things like that are,
Well, effectiveness means you don't complain.
we might have to, well, okay, if you only need X amount of strength in something, you wouldn't make it twice that strength. You'd make it
Unless
just
you're the Chinese, and then you make it, 10 times better.
well, they might have come to getting to that, I think. But historically, we certainly, like, concrete used to be stronger.
And now they're just, I've lived in homes where the places have fallen apart because all the cement grout's fallen out of it. It's turning back into sand because they didn't add enough cement to it.
Wood, like even in all of our construction materials, like you think about wood, it would go from like hardwoods to like glue,
soft fucking pine, chipboard, fucking what do they call it?
I-beams.
Yeah,
made of fucking chipboard and
fiber, fucking
powder
pressed
and glue.
fiber and glue. Yeah.
Buildings would, I suppose it's flexible.
True.
Like it can handle a bit of shaking, I suppose. Like if you just got a building made out of glue,
slightly earthquake proof.
Flexible, I suppose. Yeah. But it was like, I was trying to make a call. I was thinking about this stuff because I was trying to make a call to a client. We'd plan the call. We make the call a number of times. And so we try to just do the call normally. And that was on Messenger. And it was trashed. It was just, he couldn't hear me. Then I actually tried calling him on the phone, but the line quality was so bad. There was kind of no real point. So I went back to the other message.
Yeah.
No, so then in the end, it was part of it. And eventually I got so frustrated with the situation where it was just like, I'm like, what are you doing wrong to this guy? And then I called you, which was perfect, right? So then I go back and I try, and so what I decided to do was like I switched from to call Messenger on my phone, and so we actually called phone-to-phone Messenger, and that worked fine. And then I actually had to use ultimately.
Other than the huge delays from the,
Well, no, that wasn't doing it. Right? No, that wasn't happening. Okay. And then I think we get monitored on Messenger. I don't think that it's not every call. And then,
well, if Zucky's listening, go fuck yourself. There you go.
And then I had to use FaceTime to then screen share. So we had to be on 2 different VoIP calls so that I could screen share. It took 30 minutes of fucking around, having to call another friend, call you, to finally get to this client. Let's make a phone call. Can you imagine with a rotary dial call? Remember, like, you pick up.
Good old days, yeah.
Call him back. He's out in Alice Springs, 08. 9. Like, but the call either went through or it didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
you
like
had a superior call or you had nothing. That's right.
It was those vague. You can call someone in the next room, and the call quality could be worse than a 1980s international call to like a random hotel phone in
Uzbekistan. Yeah. That's right. And still have a better quality fucking call. That's right.
And just the reliability of it. Like, you remember when you used to maybe when you used to ring someone up and you'd say, "Oh, hello." But I find now more times than not, regardless of hello or whether people greet you or not, the main situation that's happening is them trying to organise their phone.
Oh, just hang on a minute.
Yeah. As they sort of like, I've just got to sort of.
I just got to finish up from the last call.
Yeah, in my headphone and there's something in the. And it's a bit of a fuck around. Like they've got to something goes wrong, or then they get into the car and then it disconnects or goes weird, and then it's sort of strange.
Get robot voice. Yeah.
Like I find like it just hilarious on so many fronts how failing our tech is, like how much worse it is now, and especially digital versus analog. Like analog could gracefully fail, like you might get like a little bit of hiss coming in. Yeah, and then it'll. But this is just like digital. You get this like. You know what I mean? Like all these weird noises and fucking voice distortions, and sometimes you sound like a robot, and then you sound like fucking you're a million miles away from the phone. And it's never clear. Like with the landline, like your phone, like you pick it up. Well, you had a solid set service. Like it was. But even the microphone, you knew you put one end on your ear and one end in front of you. I mean, you had to teach that maybe, but then one was pointing in your ear and one was pointing at your mouth. Now we've just got shit everywhere. Like I was having a situation and realizing that because I had 2 AirPods, I'd taken one out, but because, for example, it wasn't put back in the case, it didn't reinitialize, or it kept trying to use that source. So that it made me really distant because it sounded like because then I'm suddenly it's like, oh, it's just the stupidest. Like in our endeavors to make everything wireless, we've basically lost the purpose of the fucking call, because you just distorted and fucking barely working,
fucking
jumping between
now.
devices, and like they literally like you're halfway through the call and suddenly it changes to your computer so it can make like a system notification. We didn't create tech to make it easier. All right, we created tech to make it more difficult. Because if they were really full on about it, the mobile services and the connection between 2 mobiles should be better quality. We've got $1,000 phones, Si. I know, it's ridiculous. Several $1,000s worth of phone. Yeah. And yet its quality is worse than having a fucking standard landline. Yeah, a $50 handset. Yeah. Hooked up to copper. Yeah, and now, as you say, you go out and buy a $1,900 iPhone or fucking $2,300 Fold Z. Yeah. And then hook it up to like $100
fucking conversation.
$100 a month goddamn plan. Yeah. Which, you drive
up into a certain suburb and you got no fucking signal at all.
No.
Like, well, this was me
true.
earlier last week, right?
Yeah.
I went out to do a job.
Yeah.
I drove into a fucking suburb in Brisbane and no Telstra.
No.
Like nothing, zero.
Yeah.
All right. And I had to tether to my personal Vodafone to make a fucking call because Vodafone had a better
in that
connection
area,
than my. Yeah. I was just like, what the living fuck? And then we're doing upgrades in this area. Like as soon as you drive out of the suburb, you get a little message from Telstra. We're currently doing upgrades in this area. You may experience some difficulty with phone connection. And I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Well,
you could have told me before I drove into it. Like I get that all the time. Like when I go into a certain place, if they're doing work, they push out a message from the tower saying, hey, we're working on the tower. Reception's going to be shit in this area. And I go, oh, okay, cool. I've been given a notice, right? But now it seems like when you're driving away from it and you're leaving that, it then sends you the ping and then the text message and you're like, no shit, Sherlock. I just spent half an hour to an hour in that fucking suburb with no connection, having to use my other phone to link to just so I could get access to the internet and update my fucking job. So yeah, good on you.
Oh, I find like there's continual like dead zones are always dead zones in Sydney all over the place, strange places. Like in quite well-to-do places. Like in fact, some of the well-to-do places can be some of the worst. I'd hate to think what if I didn't have Telstra.
Well, maybe they're up on the whole program. They know that
I think they'd protest against
the mobile towers are damaging, and so they know. Yeah, that's right. They'd rather have a shit connection and fucking fuck all connectivity because they know they're not getting bombarded.
No, and often what you'll find is that they'll put that in the well-to-do areas even. What they'll therefore do is then they'll cluster them on the main road, and then which is not like it's a massive city. Like main road could be like 1 block away from you.
Yeah.
But they'll put them up on top of like some residential apartments on top of a shop. The shop thing.
I've noticed a lot of that lately. Yeah, they're pumping on top of shops. Yeah,
but especially so people are like living directly underneath the towers, like just being smashed.
Yep. Didn't want kids, did you?
No,
Good.
apparently not. No.
You are double income. You are double income. No chance of kids.
But that'll be all the apartments, and they'll be the ones facing the streets. Like even the placement of those will be the ones that are like where the person had to have the worst apartment.
Now, you know what's really funny, Si, and this is what I have noticed. When you're right next to a tower, you get fuck all connection.
Don't you just?
What is that about?
Well, is it
just overblowing so much that it's impossible to make a link?
It could be that. I was also thinking that the way that the panels are, because the panels aren't omni. That you look at them and
they push out from their whichever way they're facing. That's right.
So you could be in the shadow.
It could be in the reflector zone or whatever they call it. The lobe. You're under the lobe.
Under the lobe,
Yeah.
But that's not all of the equipment and things that's emitting. Like that's different. You'd still be in that kind of signal, but you wouldn't be in the actual data stream potentially. Maybe. Yeah. That's
it always seemed weird to me. You know what I mean? There's one particular venue which has got a frickin' mobile tower right out the front of it, right, and a big one with all the antennas on it. And I get to the venue and you go inside and there's no signal, and I'm like, what? You've got a fucking tower right outside there.
Yeah.
And then I think, hang on, this is a brick shit house, a brick and concrete shit house, and concrete basically just reflects any signal. And they're notorious. They love it, especially their gaming rooms.
Oh, don't they?
Oh, mate, if you get a connection in the gaming room, they're unhappy because then your better half could be ringing you going, where the hell are you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no. You
might be distracted isolated and just, you need to concentrate on the machine.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to start looking at Instagram and the machine.
Because that decreases the amount of taps. Yeah.
And that's bad for you because, that gives you less opportunities to win.
Well, less opportunities to lose, really. Come on, let's be realistic about this.
No, okay.
Yeah, so less opportunities to lose. Or more opportunities to lose, that's right. No, too true.
Fucking wild.
Gen X, mate.
Gen X.
You and I, fucking Gen X.
This just keeps more and more evidence about how that's a bad deal.
The generation that got screwed the most. Hey?
No.
They should just change it to Gen X to Gen ass fucked.
Just Gen fucked.
Gen fucked. Gen F.
Yeah, that's what the X meant.
X is on your eyes.
Like not. No.
Gen you can't have.
Yeah. No. That's it. Oh shit. That's what we always. That's basically been the mistake. We all thought we were saying it was Gen X, but it isn't. It's actually Gen No. Like
Gen
X
no.
not.
That's right.
You just hit the no box.
Gen.
And
well, in so many ways, though. So,
Oh yeah, the timing of it was interesting. All the timings of all the various stuff. That article. So, I think one of the things that I noticed is how, in my own experience, how the income that I was earning, and others, not just myself, And then unless you had like support, of course.
We got locked in, didn't we?
Yeah, basically
we got locked into this, you know. Oh no, that's all we're willing to pay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and housing, and basically things went up when we were all locked in at this other rate, you know. And so the new people getting the thing, they actually are on higher amounts. They're kind of more.
Well, it's the only way they can fucking get them interested.
Not because there'd be no way. Like, why would you?
Well, you spend what, 4 years at university, you know, do your little doctorate or whatever. Then you know you're in heavy debt. You need that money, don't you? You needs that money. Whereas most of us, we went through university or college or whatever, and we paid our own way. So there was no debt for us to fucking carry on with us. So they're like, oh no, you guys don't have enough debt. So you get the piss week wage.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, hey? I don't know how. I'm not sure if anything should be done about it or not, or if it's fair or not. I don't.
I don't know, man. Like, if that's what it takes to make them work, then fair enough. Then they have to pay that cost. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, that's the only way they can motivate the modern generation to work. So be it.
Yeah, but entry-level positions in, like, say, basic-level roles, which I would be denied because I'm too skilled.
Yeah, overskilled.
In certain areas, not in everything, obviously. In those particular areas, they're like $120,000 a year jobs now, man.
Yeah.
Like
I look at Seek, man. I know.
Yeah, you know.
I see it on Seek.
It's crazy. You're just like
the certain bracket of age, and then the money, and you look at it and you go, huh?
Yeah. It's bizarre, hey. And then. Yeah, you go, well, okay, well, I'm much more skilled than that. And then and the amount of roles, though, for those much more skilled is actually, there's much less. There are much less opportunities.
Oh, you've had 17 years of experience. Well, then we can only offer you this much.
Yep. Well, this is one of my recognitions was that I'm actually semi-retired. I don't know that was intentional, but I mean, I work like maybe 20 hours a week, not more. Sometimes depends. You know, it depends. I mean, I work on my own projects and other things, but I have no job. Like essentially, and you know, it's just gigs. Yeah. You know, modern version of cashies here and there.
Yeah, modern day cashy. Yeah.
With all the legal insurances and shit. So I don't know. Like it's an interesting. Yeah, it isn't ideal. Like we didn't have a long time. Like we had the low earning story for most of our story.
We watched the housing market just advance out of our reach every time we got close to having the, you know, what was needed. It then got, you know, more and more expensive. So, you know, further and further out of reach, you know.
Most of Gen X spent their lives on 50K.
About, you know, fucking 3-bedroom homes, 35. You know, pieces of shit, fucking minus hut, pieces of shit 3-bedroom homes going for $1 million, you know, 1.2. And all these real estates just fucking, you know, the salesmen just laughing their heads off going, fuck, man, this house was worth fuck all. It was worth 40 grand in the day. And now it's at 1.2 million.
Yeah.
And then laughing, rubbing their hands together and you know, I made fucking 200,000 on this fucking deal.
Yeah. Just...
And it's sickening. It is sickening.
Actually, it's funny you say it when you say it like that. Really, one of the only industries to be in at the moment is real estate. Yeah, selling shit. Yeah, too true. Well, and I guess that's being eroded, you know, with all the private equity ownership and shit.
Just buying up shit. Yeah, and even half of those real estates, they're all got their own fucking sub-equity little companies that, you know, when they see the deal, they grab the deal, you know, and that becomes another one in their portfolio. Video paused. Oh, there we go.
It did, yeah.
No, bit of a think.
Not sure why.
It's okay. No. We will carry on.
We will survive. So, yeah, like...
I'm just wondering what we're going to be doing in 2050.
Well, that's an interesting question, because I mean, I generally have my own, like a sort of a view of that anyway, which is that, well, things are getting tougher. And there's going to be, that could be quite difficult times. It is unlikely that 2050s will be happy days.
Easy
going. No. There could be quite actually challenging times, possibly with shortages of food or water or other kinds of primary resources. Safe places to be.
Basic necessities. Yeah.
Literally, there's news articles of 100 people dying of heat stroke in X place or whatever. Like you know, daily stories of that. You know, like making.
Well, they could have just bought one of those really cheap bloody room coolers, but they constantly advertise. Oh yeah,
they should have had them.
Yeah, should have had them.
Some battery of them, but maybe they got power blackouts, like rolling blackouts, while the grid can't take it. Yeah, as we're still trying to figure out the
AI steals more horsepower.
Yeah, or just the heat changes, or the more resistance, or as well, and just cooling systems. You know,
so begins the time of the mole people. Everyone having to burrow into the ground to get away from the heat.
So in that sort of 2040s to 2050s, like, mate, but even to 2030, the conversations on Cheep in 2030, you know, in 5 years and, 15 seasons time.
Mad, don't worry. Mad conversations going.
About, like, permastorms and all sorts of crazy crap. Like, it'll just be, like, wild. We'll be laughing at, and reflecting back. We'll probably have some AI.
On the good old days when the weather was, unpredictable.
Now
it's just, you wake up in the morning, you look at your watch and you go, oh, hang on, if I wait another 2 minutes, the rain will stop, and there it is, beautiful.
Oh yeah, but I mean, but that's after it just rained torrentially for like the last 3 months.
That's right. Yeah,
You know,
and everyone, investing in inflatables just so they can get to work in the morning.
Like crazy business. So we could be in some fun stuff. But I think about like Gen X. You sort of go forward, and you get a bunch of 75-year-old Gen Xers to 80-year-old Gen Xers or something like that. You think about like 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds now. But we'd be like super useful. We'd be this real crossover of like, say, like quite tech savvy, very still quite critical thinking, investigatory, willing to like jury rig and like do rando shit. I think that
saving
ability
costs by fucking slapping shit together.
I think I kind of can see how Gen X is like the last generation of slapping shit together, being able to like be.
Where the modern gens are basically just brand new out of the packet.
Packet or it's instruction. You know what do you mean? You're doing
I can't boil water without instructions.
Yeah, what do you mean you're doing it not? What do you mean you're building the Lego a different way? You know what I mean?
What you're not following the instruction set.
Yeah.
You didn't make a race car. You made a flower. You know what I mean? Like, stepping outside the boundaries of what's allowed.
Yeah. So I think and it was because of that, like that it was random, and there was still people building cubby houses and shit, and and just picking
scraping
up
their
tools.
knees and dusting it off and picking out the gravel without having to run home and cry to mummy.
There was gravel to be picked up. There was, there were still tool sheds and rubbish lying around that you could do things with, and there were vacant places and empty things, and where now everything, even if it's a vacant thing, it's got a board around it or a
or a fence or no entry. Do not sit on the grass.
No, any trees behind is protected or someone else's, or government managed this, and like no secret squirrel. There are some secret squirrel places, but it's tough. Like I think all of that. So I think a lot of those things that the X's got, which I think we'll probably get communes. What's going to happen is we'll have communes of like-minded people just going, look, we're of this age. We're sick of all the fucking the newbies. They're just driving us mental. Let's just go somewhere and we'll just be there. Yep. And
basically like a hippie commune / fucking retirement village.
They just go and self-made. That's on land.
Yep.
And someone owned it somewhere at some point, like as long as there was like one owner sometime, then you can have a whole town going on there. It's just like, I think at some point, like, I don't know, like where I do believe that as part of that being allowed will be almost a retraction of services. I can kind of see that going to 2050 where there'll be this kind of, for so many different reasons, like an example might be like this.
If you're not independent or running, your own well or your own fucking solar gig or wind power or water power, then alternative energy sources, and you won't be able to afford what the grid's going to be charging for it.
Well, the grid won't extend across like that, I don't think, because it's like the value of having a line stretch out to the middle of nowhere to service 10 houses is not realistic. It's subsidised.
Not feasible. Yeah.
They're subsidised. It's just it is what it is. It's like so much of our society has like hidden subsidisation. This entire fucking road all out to some place with 25 people living in it, and there's a school which then has to have 2 teachers and a principal for 10 kids. Like it's like.
Well, a lot of that's going to be replaced by the remote stuff. Like they're already doing that now. Like you can remote pretty much everything.
So those things, like a lot of those servicey kind of stuff, they'll go. Like they're just like they'll just get looked at and go. And so a lot of our big globe-spanning network, I think, will retract to become more efficient and just
shrinkage.
It's like move to the city. That's where we're going to
shrinkage due to efficiency. Yeah.
And just the crazy cost, like it's just
it'll get to that point where it'll be if you want those services, you need to provide them essentially, or be in an area where those services are available.
Yep, pay for like a 10 kilowatt orbital power stream. Could you do that? Do you think that I'd point downlink of power? So you just be somewhere and just. I think that's a bit sort of exclusive. So that doesn't sound like they're going to let our commune do that.
If you could figure out a way of harvesting all the energy that bombards us every day from microwave technology beaming down from space, and then turn that into energy, then that could be a good way of making some money.
Yeah, but anything you feast on in that way eats the signal. If you don't,
well, only over your area.
If you don't want the signal, I suppose it doesn't matter.
Good way of just nullifying it and turning it back into something useful.
So just collect the signal you don't want.
Strip off that raw energy.
I wonder how precise you could get that. If you could get it down to where, say, your particular
there's people working on it right now.
If you go down to like a band of 5G, for example, so you can sort of just eat all the other signal out, and then just carve yourself a pocket of silence, except for your particular
stream that you require.
5.2369847
0.73. That's it. All other frequencies will be swallowed.
Tasty treats, the frequency of
it'd be definitely interesting. Definitely interesting to see how it turns out. I mean, another 5 years from now, and then another 20 from that.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, so I foresee that kind of usefulness. It's like that. knows how to use the tools. It doesn't feel frightened by looking at something mechanical or electrical or plumbing or whatever.
Knows how to jury rig, around things if necessary.
Basically, Gen X is going to be the MacGyver generation.
Yep. We are the matchsticks and fucking, paper clips.
Bit of alfoil, chewing gum.
Next thing you know, we've got our own nuclear power station. Scraping all the radioactive material off the, the old watches, combining all the radioactive material out of old watches and putting it into the press and, building your own little plutonium rods.
Just keeps it's small. It'll just keep your village going for 20, 30 years.
That's right. Just long enough to come up with the next new idea.
Yeah. I think they'll be essential. I don't think many of them will want to sort of just take the euthanasia shot. I don't get that idea.
People are pretty hang on to life pretty virulently. Is that the word?
Well,
I'm not dead yet.
No, well,
you're not kidding anybody. Get on the cart.
I don't know that it'd be. I can't see why we would need to let it get to a point where it was sort of an age and Logan's running and trying to flee to the bushlands.
Having to flee because you hit 75.
Before the fucking collector comes for you.
Yeah, that's it.
You've had enough experience.
That's right. Go up. Hit the big
make
bug
way
zapper in the sky.
experience.
That's right. Time for you to fly towards the big bug zapper in the sky. Thinking you're going on a tour, thinking you're going to Mars, but really they're sending the rocket directly to the sun. Looking around and seeing all these people about your same age and going, oh shit, I got the wrong fucking rocket, didn't I? Everyone getting that concerned look. They drop the the oxygen mask before the flight, just so you're feeling good. All the oxygen masks just drop out of the ceiling before the flight even takes off, so everyone's high as fuck before they just go in the sun. You know what I mean?
That would be an interesting flight. People knowing.
Just looking out the window and that sun seems to be getting a little closer than it should be. I thought we'd be getting further away from it rather than closer to it. It's getting really close now. I'm getting a little concerned. Don't worry, it's only a 15-minute sun shower, okay?
That's why you want to be in control and have all the windows are actually LED panels.
They're simulated.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're heading to Mars.
Just completely lie.
All right, I think we've milked that one as much as we can.
Sure. Gen X. You're gonna be useful. Basically, that's it.
We will be. We'll be your brain trust in the future. Yeah, we will be your brain trust, and we will be your common sense trust.
Yep.
You can come to us and ask us whether or not you should put your hand on the flame or not, and we can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that fire is hot and you will get burnt. And those who don't believe us, look, you're welcome to go ahead and test your own theories. But from everything we've learned over our years of experience, putting your hand in the fire will burn you.
Do remember?
I listen to Grandpa all the time. He knows stuff.
Yeah, when he grew up, there was fire.
Yeah.
Like there is today, in the middle, in the between
He had
times.
to hit rocks together to make fire, that old man. He was one of them people that hit rocks together to make a spark and make a fire. Yeah.
They perceive you as being because he sort of made fires.
Modern day cavemen. That's right. He was there before computers. What the hell? I thought all those people died.
Nuclear weapons. That's what it's all about.
We love them, especially tactical nuclear weapons. They're our favourites. Yeah. Where you just take out a couple of blocks.
I was part of what I was listening to in my Trump listenings this week. Well, he was just on
King of America. Yeah.
King of America was.
I keep rubbing that in because of the No Kings protest. I'm just rubbing it in their nose. Whenever they say Trump, I say, "Don't you mean the King of America?" Because that really hurts.
Well, does it hurt because they one of the other kings tricked them all?
Probably.
One of the other billionaires made them look the other way from their friend, the other billionaire.
Yeah.
The timing of that thing, the timing of it, of just literally on the day of the military parade, so that DC was not the center of protest attention, but was distributed across America. These massive.
All eyes. Look, I tell you what, it was a great day out for the retired. Watching all the footage, there was a lot of old people getting a nice day out.
A day out.
Instead of doing the bingo, you get to go out, you get to hold a sign, you get to yell, you get to tell the king to go fuck himself.
While the king has a party elsewhere, hosts his own
Living
party.
large, mate. Living large.
Peaceful party of out of formation tanks and infantry and other sloppy performances. But
Got to say, when it comes to marches like that, military marches, China got it going on. They know how to give a good fucking show, don't they? Like when they bring their weapons of mass destruction out, it is synchronized. Like whoever the Chinese choreographer is for those He needs extra money.
The military choreography.
Military choreographer needs extra money. Yeah.
And
I hope you're listening.
Next, bring out the ghost bats. Yes, 3 of them. That is right. So let's make them 12. 12, I say. And then boom with the fireworks. Boom.
Oh,
And as soon as that booms, you all look to the left with your leg up. Put your leg up.
that's it. Go stepping.
It's got all fun. Nazi all of a sudden. It's great.
That's right. Military. There was at the Ministry of Silly Walks. Coming back to mind. Yeah. Definitely Ministry of Silly Walks.
I don't know. They're
But yeah, that the No Kings protest. Yeah, definitely a good day out for the oldies. I saw a lot of people having fun. You know.
Well, good.
I even saw such signs as only Queens. No Kings, only Queens.
Only Queens.
And I get that. Like on a chessboard, like a king can only move one space at a time, don't he? Whereas, you know, if everyone's a queen, we can go wherever we want on the fucking board, mate.
Do what we want. Just push yourself around the board. Puss woolly. Puss. Get amongst it. Argy-bargy.
Nothing more threatening than a queen.
Well, it's quite the
Especially
dominant
multiple queens when you get your pawn to the other side, mate.
Wow.
When you got more than one queen, then it's damage time.
Oh, you're just romping. Just in wherever you want.
Let the carnage begin.
Yeah.
There's that pawn hits the other side. Oh.
Universal pinning. Just grabbing them as you wish. I know that's the nature of that sort of special born queen. It's very they get excited. Start really cutting.
And the blow up suits, man. That made a big impression. The dancing blow up people.
The blow up people have really made a bit of a hit. I've seen them.
The re-emergence of Pepe.
Well, I mean, it's not really a Pepe looking frog, is it?
Well, some of them had little crowns on and stuff.
Oh, they do.
But yeah, there's been a lot of meme warring going on. That's for sure. 'Cause I know people are really unhappy about the new ballroom. Like getting some ballroom on at the White House, man. It's been a real issue.
What's
what
the issue?
tagging me for? Well, apparently, you know, it's their house. It's the people's house, and you shouldn't be modifying it.
But isn't it?
Even though I think it's all coming out of his pocket and other people's pockets.
Yeah,
They're
isn't it?
paying
Like,
for it directly. American people aren't paying for it in tax fund. No, it's not. They're using their own money, spending their own coin on it.
Yeah, leaving
which
the
I think's
toilet paper
good.
to themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something they usually.
I mean, it's much cheaper than a $360 million basketball court that Obama put in.
Oh, you'd easily put out.
That's a lot for a basketball court. I was thinking about it, that sort of money would definitely buy you a couple of mansions, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, one or two.
For your two for your portfolio. Yeah.
I mean, or it could buy just a house, like an apartment in New York, maybe.
Yeah, probably one apartment. You know,
special one, good one.
360 mil. I see that.
One of those the billionaires row, whatever it's called.
Very exy.
You know, raise your family there. I got to say,
it's been nothing but a laugh. I can tell you the whole
terrorists. Oh yeah, look. I don't know. They seem to be. It was interesting listening to the whole thing with Trump and the NATO Secretary General and a few things. I won't go on about it much. The few things one was that the reporters were all there asking questions, and all except for 2 questions. 2 questions out of all of the questions were about Europe. Were things that involved the NATO General Secretary General, and the other 80% were domestic.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are you doing about this? Yeah. And a lot of them they're losing their mind over the whole government shutdown and people not getting paid. Like that's been a real sore point. But it's exactly the same as what happened last time. Like every time the government gets in, you know, it's like we talked about it in the last Cheep, you know, that's their one little ability to squeeze a ball, you know what I mean? Like, no. That's all they got available to them, yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting listening anyway. He talked about a whole range of issues and he seemed to sort of mostly stay on track. But really talked about like I guess there was a few things. One was, I guess that they must have been talking about like that they've been blowing up boats. And
the drug smugglers. Yeah,
the drug smugglers.
Yeah. No, they've done pretty well.
So they're now
like they've minimised the loss to the other side. Like the drug dealers are going to keep their drug driver, drug drug captains of their drug ships. Like that, they managed to survive. You know, they gave them fair warning before they blew them up. Like, you've been warned, you better be exiting that ship. Here comes the missile. If you're still on there, so Sally. Boof. And there's been some good footage. Like, if you dig around, you can find it. X is great for that. You just dial it up on that and boom, someone's dropped a little picture of the, third-person cam, watching it explode, watching the missiles come in. Boof, boof. I mean, you're going to have a war on drugs. That's the best way to do it. Put some missiles on there. People love explosions. They love explosions, Si.
Yeah. Then they can believe in it if it explodes.
Yeah.
They believe the explosion more than the wreckage.
Yeah, true. 9/11 pentagram. Pentagon, sorry, not pentagram.
Yeah, well,
same diff. Same diff. Yeah, it's all black magic to me.
Well, the black magic that went into making an entire aircraft turn into a puff of smoke in Pennsylvania. Just landed in a field.
That was amazing, man.
Just a smudge.
How do you just get rid of all that wreckage?
I know.
How do you get rid of it?
clothing.
How does it become vaporized? It's almost as interesting as something falling inside its own footprint. You know what I mean? Rather than toppling over and landing on other buildings.
Yeah. Like having the kinetic energy sort of like ripple and sort of just send pieces of it
Just
flying.
hitting it so hard, all it left was just a big hole in the ground and nothing.
It's amazing. It's truly. It's a feat of engineering. An actual feat of engineering. To have not had that, to have had it happen exactly that way was like designed specifically. Incredible genius.
I mean, it was magnificent. We watched it. We watched them go poof, and then just collapse into nothing, and just go, wow. Best demolition ever.
Where'd it go? So it came from what angle? Where's the footage? Flying in down the highway?
The one that got me, man, was Pentagon. Like the amount of practice that guy must have had to do a full loop-to-loop in the air and then come down at like 10 meters off the ground and at that angle. Like it was just precision. Like he must have spent years behind the wheel to have that proficiency. I mean, could have been one of the greatest pilots ever. Like, better than the Red Bull pilots in accuracy. Yeah. Like even more superior than a Red Bull pilot.
I've seen some crazy shit from those Red Bull pilots.
Man, they're manic. I love them.
One of the wildest things, and
just push the envelope, those men.
Jumping out, leaving the plane, so two planes, and then doing a roll or doing whatever, and then leaving the plane and jumping off the plane to go over and swap planes.
With the other dude, with the parachute into the plane, or skydive into the plane, and then
take control, and then land it.
Unbelievable. Maybe the pilots from 9/11 were ex-Red Bull pilots. Maybe that we're not looking simple enough. Maybe that was just a couple of disgruntled, Red Bull pilots from Istanbul, Constantinople, whichever, doesn't matter these days. Nobody's business but the Turks, really. Anyway, is it? No, true.
Nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul, not Constantinople.
They did a song about it.
Istanbul, not Constantinople. Is Istanbul, not Constantinople? Why did they change it now? It's nobody's business but the Turks.
True. Shut up. Not your business.
Why'd they change the name? Because it was related to the final fall of the Roman Empire.
Correct. That's it. Get rid of the last little bit of the fucking golden eagle.
That's it. As the
eliminate the last bastion of the golden eagle.
Well, it crept, it changed itself, it morphed and kept going.
Probably for the better. Probably for the better, I would say.
The Roman Catholic, the Vatican.
I mean, haven't they got enough property?
Yeah, you think that as opposed to the Roman Empire?
Don't you think they've got enough fucking land, those cunts?
They could have had more if Roman continued.
Yes, correct.
So we would have just got to now quicker. Everything
probably,
was
back in the 1940s.
Yeah.
General disarray and decay.
Oh,
and the self-loathing. I think that's the best bit. The self-loathing
of the Romans, or of the church element of it.
Well, both, really.
Both.
It's hard to tell where one ends and the other one starts.
Hating on itself. Now, why is that?
It's almost as good as a goblin centipede.
I'll tell you what.
Chaotic barbarian. Chaotic good barbarian. Yeah.
If you want to see some crazy hybrid creature concepts, Jungle Juice. It's a bit frustrating.
Juice.
Yeah, it's a webtoon, but it's.
I do like my mixed creatures.
All insects.
Look at my prime example, the platypus.
Oh, you like the platypus? I
like mixed creatures. Yeah. I'm a spare parts person.
Yeah.
You give me a spare parts, I'll make something out of it. All right.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, it's your kind of jury rig creature.
That's my gig.
Mm-hmm.
I am the jury rigger.
One of the things in the Trump stuff, right, was kind
King of America.
Well, King of America came up with it was about Russia. It was like basically it was sort of saying, well, that there was
spanky pants time.
I know he was talking about nuclear, and he was going on about China and how we got to have less. Like
didn't we try that back in the 80s or something, or the 90s? We did let's have less, and all they did was made less, but made it way better and way smaller and more effective. Isn't that why we've got TAC nukes now?
So they had. He said he went basically sort of thinking about it. He went, oh well, us and Russia have got like lots, and China will have lots in a couple of years. He said something about the manufacturing, and he was like, well, maybe we should all have less. We want to talk about this.
Shall we play our game?
And I realized like it was interesting how they're perceived, as this defensive weapon. Like if I have some, then you won't want to nuke me because I can nuke you. But if you've got
deterrent.
1,000,
wasn't it called deterrent?
Yeah, but if you've got 1,000,
it was like when you hang
3,
skulls around the outside of your property, human skulls around the outside, that's a deterrent to others not to come in because I'm showing human skulls at the edge of my property.
You could use, having one
There's
or
a lot
two.
of different deterrents. Like
Well,
deterrent is just a fear, really, isn't it? So I could break it
having
down.
if I'm a country and I've got 1 or 2 nuclear weapons, how much of a deterrent is that to a place with 1,000?
Well, it's no deterrent.
Is it really? No. So I'd have to have more. I was thinking of ways that would sort of really work as a really good deterrent. Like, and one way.
We brought up an idea, which was everyone had their own personal.
Yeah, but this was, I was thinking more because I was watching the Trump thing, so this wasn't an individual level one, but I thought of like a sister city program. So let's say, if Russia and America want to make it so that they don't nuke each other, then instead of having treaties and all this other crap and like, I'll be good, we
have friends from another mother.
We swap nukes.
Yeah, that's it.
So I put a nuke in your city, your capital city, and you put a nuke in my capital city.
Correct.
And
mutual exchange. And then there is no launch, there is no nothing. It's just, if we want to, we press the button, sister city, goodbye. Yeah. So we have to have an understanding and a love for one another.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that button
we
never
love
gets
each
pressed.
other, and we wouldn't want to do that, would we?
No.
Because we love each other.
Yeah. I thought that would be a good idea.
Well, that's definitely something that could be trialed.
Yeah, I think it would work.
We could put that out as a good working ideal. As,
and then you'd have multiple.
Hey, look, if we're all talking about nukes, here is a possibility which could work.
So, for example, in Russia, maybe in Russia, but
maybe we should have a couple of pilot cities and just
in
test
Washington, D.C.
And pick the two angriest people that hate each other the most, and then
North Korea.
Yep.
Well, if Pyongyang and Washington, D.C.
London. Yeah. No. Well, even London.
Well, no, but do they have enough weapons to hand them back?
I guess they don't really hate the English that much, do they?
I know.
So yeah, it would be say Washington DC. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the current scenario, I suspect for myself, like I see, imagine you'd have like China, Russia, and North Korea all having an Iran, all having a nuke each in Washington DC.
Yeah.
On display in their embassy. You can go and see.
Yeah. Like come in and check out our latest. Yeah. Get your picture taken riding it.
Yeah. When
I would pay money for that. I would pay money to be riding on top of someone's nuke, like the top of the
blast radius.
Yeah. Tell me all the facts while I'm sitting on it. I want to hear how many you can eliminate at one time. How many can this eliminate at one time? Yeah. How many problems can be eliminated at one time with this device? I definitely think they would learn to love each other. How about that? You would learn to love each other. Yeah, I mean, probably there'd be a little bit of, someone accidentally pressed the button kind of routine happening, and there'd be some mistakes, but it wouldn't be worldwide.
There would be some mistakes,
it'd be localised to that general area, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the sister city might also suffer a reciprocal accident, but, there's always that.
Yeah. I mean, there's always someone accidentally, in shock, leaning back and leaning on the button as well, you know what I mean? Like, shock, horror.
I mean, I've done it.
I bumped it with my elbow. I'm so sorry as well.
And then it drops it down there.
But the thing is to get rid of two problems at one time.
That's right.
Yeah. And then everyone's grieving, everyone comes together. Let's not do this again. Let's learn from our mistakes, say sorry to one another, give each other gifts and, swap slaves amongst each other. Yeah.
Let them travel more freely so we can imprison them.
In case they want to escape from these places which have the special friendship, nukes, with each other. Maybe people don't want to live in those cities once they realise, we're one of the pilot cities, are we? And then all of a sudden everyone moves out. And then it would tell you definitively, Si, that people don't like it, wouldn't it? I don't like the idea of something like that sitting in my backyard.
No, I suppose not. I don't know. If it was, safe, I'd be interested. I suppose I'd prefer.
But it would definitely be worth piloting because it would people would learn, one, not to make mistakes like, I chew and I accidentally slap the button, or, I lean back while I'm having a drink and bump the button or whatever. Button would be covered and there would be, procedures to open the cover. Yeah. So it couldn't be accidentally done, It couldn't be done by accident. Yeah. It would need to be for a reason.
Take over the host CPU kind of thing.
That's right. Well, just, the quality of slaves that you sent to us last fucking, quarter didn't really work out for us. They were very lazy and didn't want to work, and we had to execute every one of them, drop them off at sea and stuff from high altitude.
Tricky.
But yes, worthy of a test.
Yeah, I think it would be. Sister cities.
Bringing back the love. That can be the campaign for it. Bring back the love.
And just countries that dislike each other. Like, I'd like to say, a good starting place would be North Korea and America.
Yeah. Washington, D.C.,
Just say that's it.
Yep.
In the North Korean, and then you've got to have an embassy there. So it creates dialogue, opportunities.
Chance to talk.
You've got to have the photograph.
To bring the love. Bring in the gibs. Bring in the gibs to the two participating. They get extra gibs for being part of the pilot program. Yep. Make it an incentive for it as well. More people be wanting to put their hand up to be in the trial.
They probably would.
And you could have even little city ones, like you could have, say, for instance, Stanthorpe and, somewhere like Dubbo, right? You have little tiny micro ones, but just town-spaced ones, So if the two towns, they learn to love each other, sister towns,
Nice.
It would definitely bring back the love. People would learn to love each other more than they ever have.
I think they might.
And it would rebuild a level of trust.
That's,
I think that, which we both hit on that. That is what is lacking.
Yeah, and that's why I think the exchange of the ability to directly, video feed.
Well, that'd be part of the Gibbs. You get the little portal, like the New York, to Ireland telepresent portal. So you could talk to each other through the portal if you had to. It's like, hey, I heard you're thinking about pressing the button. We don't think that's a good idea. Can we start a dialogue? Is there something you need from your sister? Is there something sister can give you to de-escalate from the current situation? When there's silence, there is thinking going on.
Well, sometimes it's phasing in and out a little bit.
Mostly when I'm silent, I'm thinking.
I'm
thinking all the time, but I'm thinking doubly when I'm silent. It's like, let me just soak that in and stir it around a big pot in my mind. Bubble.
So that we actually have done like 3 of the main topics that we had written up for the
killing it, and staying on topic with only a slight diversion.
And we had other topics too, additional,
and added little couple extras as well. Yeah.
Okay, here's something. This isn't in the list, but it's definitely something to talk about.
Personal experience. Yeah, cool. Go.
All right. I don't know if this was well timed or not, but the presidential live stream from the White House and the Tesla fourth quarter results or whatever third quarter results were.
Third quarter, yeah.
Were live streamed. Yeah, like you could switch from one. You could go from one to the other, and maybe you missed about 10 minutes.
Both at the same time with the audio.
If you just focused and went from one to then the other, you didn't miss much. You could kind of catch most of both.
Right. Yeah. It was slow. It was slow rolling, but informative.
Yeah, he had this whole position. There was something I didn't quite understand. Elon tried to claim that the
he invented electricity?
Well, no, that the $1 trillion pay package was normal.
Well, it is, isn't it? We're in 2025, Si. We're not in 1980s. Right?
No, so in other companies, they have pre-built in this ability to do whatever it is that he's doing with that. And that because Tesla doesn't have that built in, because it didn't have it built in initially, they have to add it. Which is
no roof to the salary.
I don't know what it is. I didn't quite
I know that clause. I spoke to my space lawyer about it. Yep.
I had it back because I had it just as a back sort of audio. I was actually doing a different task, so I wasn't fully paying into deep attention.
You weren't giving it your all.
No, it was just a cursory note. But the thing was he said that it wasn't so much that he wanted the money. Right? It was around control, and that when he talks about if he wants to add all this value, he's like, well, what I'm doing is building a robot army. That I don't want to build a robot army. Unless and then I could be ousted, and then somebody who might not have my values gets control of a robot army.
No, I hear that. I hear that.
That was one of his main concerns, and apparently
that's a martial law. Yeah.
Well, that isn't going to account for much. We'll have to have a better system than that. But I don't know. It was interesting. It was an admission on a few levels. It was kind of an interesting admission. One is that a bunch of robots is an army because because who's ever in control of mechanical.
A bunch of anything that you can control via remote is considered to be your army of stuff, isn't it? It's like a robotic controlled mine. That's their army of trucks and their diggers. It's in there doing the job.
Exactly. That language,
whatever the job may entail.
If there's a lot of someone doing it, then
same with drones. He who drones the most.
He who drones the most. But, on the other level, the way he was sort of saying it just actually read to me like he was kind of coming out publicly and saying that
these are my children.
That he wants to build
these robots are my children.
A robot army.
Well, who doesn't?
I know.
If I had $1 trillion, I'd already had a robot army by now. All right, let me just put it that way. If I had $1 trillion, I would already have a fucking robot army.
There you go. That's what you would be doing. That's how you would have.
Yes.
That would have been your focus.
That would be my focus. Yeah, my robot army.
So you're saying that China and so forth.
I never want to have to do another thing again. I want robots to do everything. Well, the little green and gold dragon knows the red dragon as well as it knows its own back of hand.
Does it?
Well, it does, because it's doing what the little green and gold dragon would have done.
What, it's the red
And they're
dragon?
just mastering it. They're mastering it, as they do with everything that they get. They are Japan 1000. Okay? I put it that way. When the Japanese and the Americans had a great relationship, all they got left is Sony really at the moment, and, anime. But prior to that, they were the manufacturing place.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and now China does it, and they do it 1,000 times better.
Yeah, they were. They're not. It's kind of moved beyond even
We
China.
can take what you give us, and we can make it not only robust, but war ready.
Oh, what? So you think that China's making everything war able?
every bit of stuff they make is war level. Like look at my radio set, my new digital two-way radio, right? It is military ready. Like you can smash that thing and throw it at stuff and it will not die.
Oh, okay.
The screen might die, but the thing won't.
And is this like a sort of the non-Temu China? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, this is Reavers.
Because I think that's isn't that interesting? Hey, like one thing about China, I think over time is that they don't have
just
dodgy factory. They've got all the levels of factory. They've got the dodgy factory.
They've got the dodge that you pay for, you know, with your hard-earned dollars, American dollars, and then you get them to make stuff for you. And then they have their factories, which make 1,000 times better stuff, the solid stuff that lasts forever. Pretty much when they make it, they don't really have to make another one, but they make many of them.
High quality.
Of
like it's 4 factories just pumping out the different levels of grade and quality.
Of course, that would be exactly what I would have done if I was given all this money from overseas to build shit. I'd be like, yeah, sure, you know, pump all the non-existent farmers into the bloody factories.
Yeah.
Boop, they become your new resource. You send back nothing but crap to them, you know, because they wanted it cheap. Don't get me wrong, they wanted it cheap, and that's what they fucking got. All right, they got cheap plastic crap.
And some of them didn't. Some of them wanted good ones too.
Well, then they paid the premium, and then they got the other factories where the workers did get fed right, and they fucking had degrees and fucking knew what they were doing. Yeah, they'd be foolish otherwise. Be a misuse of that money, all the transport that they were given, and they have used it. They're pretty much, you know, like I said, they've outlawed their entire fucking countryside and renewables, and not the crap renewables that are sitting on top of everybody else's roofs, but the good ones.
Works, like in trying to transform their deserts and other kinds of places.
Yes.
Change the actual the country.
Make a movement. Sow the bloody, you know, plants across them that'll hold the sands together. Exactly. And then maintain it. And then build your own paradise, as they say. Huh? You want a paradise on Earth? You got to fucking make it. Ain't no God coming down from fucking space and clicking his fingers and tapping his fucking heels together 3 times and making it happen. No, you make it happen. Show God what you can fucking do, humanity. You pathetic fucking pieces of shit, slime ball, you know, amoebas.
Wow.
No, throw the glove down.
It's quite, I see.
Well, I mean, all powerful, all knowing, you know, manifest anything at any time across all dimensions. Show me what you got.
Yeah.
Come on, humanity.
Not much.
Not much. You been to space yet? Oh, you landed on the moon. The closest rock to you. Big fucking deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You put a couple of robots on the other planets. Big deal.
Keep going. More.
Yeah.
Need more. Much more.
Fix this place and then get to space. God damn it. Before Atlas Cock comes in November.
Wow.
This cheap moment was brought to you by Mattel. No, it wasn't. Brought to you by Sci TV.
Mattel Enterprises. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, they should be having a little mini robot army in kids' homes that they can like just wake up in the middle of the night and just strangle everybody.
Patrols and sentries and cleaning up mess on the floor that the cat did.
Each one makes him more and more like
my robot wife. Where is she? I like my playthings durable. Durable!
Oh, no.
Had a chaotic moment there. Sorry.
No, you're right.
I phased out. Yeah, it's all good.
Phasing's good. I mean, I'm
got to get out of that neutral evil.
You do.
Yeah, got to change gears every now and again. You know, it's not good to stay in one alignment for too long, right?
I think I consider myself somewhat chaotic good.
I like good. I've always loved good. Good is the pure essence of human nature, if you think about it. No one wants to see suffering. No one wants to see killing. Everyone wants everyone to enjoy and live. And, you know, deep down, they might think they hate somebody, but they hate themselves. As soon as they get to the point they realise they hate themselves, when they hate another, the hate's gone. Back to good. You cannot hate yourself more than another, and you cannot hate another more than thyself.
Crazy.
Thoughts of a madman. It's okay. I'm just a little spaceship. Eventually, I'll be a big spaceship again.
You're growing into spaceship.
Well, you know, when the merger happens, you know, we move across to the bigger spaceship, then I'll be okay.
And how is that? Is it sort of like is it like a shedding of a skin?
It's hard downgrading.
Spaceship,
you know, from spaceship to human. It's a difficult downgrade. Like there are a lot of obstacles when you become human from a spaceship. But it's much better when you go back to being the spaceship. Your options are so much opener than they are here in this place. Well, the possibility's still. Another
options.
Planet? Just go. No one's stopping you.
Oh, just the distance, I think, is anything stopping you. Unless you're in a series or somewhere interesting, like
the travel.
Asteroid belt.
Better carry some good DVDs in the backlog, you know. Make sure you remember all those good films on your long space journeys, you know, between planets, in between humaning, or in between whatever the species is of that particular planet, I guess, eh?
Oh, I'd be like No Man's Sky.
I would be.
Or like Even, whatever. Like
just suit. You're a suit, man. Oh, give me the Guyver, man. That's what I want. I want the universal space suit. Happily take a Guyver.
Beast. Guyvering.
But I want the tech version of the guy. Like he was all guns and blaster chest and shit. I want like the tech version. So just hook in. Whenever I get to it, just hook into their tech.
Get yourself a...
Integrate well, learn all the common programs and routines,
Press the buttons on it.
No, I had to press the buttons. That's an important one. No. Give it the ball.
Give it the ball. Hang on. I think I'm going to get...
Bungle's being shot in the background.
Bungle, no, Bungle's being shot.
Nailed.
What's happened?
No.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I tried to do well today. I tried to
trying to mix it up, bro.
Well, I had a nap. I tried to have a nap.
I know, because I texted you when I was in my park run doing the footage for tonight.
I was napping then.
Yeah. This one's a good one. I like this one. It was a nice seat, this one. I was just sitting there and just looking around, man. I had fucking this little stick insect come walk all over me.
Was there a seat there too?
Yeah, that's why I was sitting just behind there. Oh, yeah. Little stick insect walk up on the fucking thing and walk over me, and I put him on the bush, and I had a real moment. It was good.
And was there...
It's the little things, man. That's what I always look for. The little things. Love them.
Did you take your tripod for the walk?
No, I had the little small rig, which is attached to branch and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was good. Don't need tripod. Tripod's out there. It's called a tree or, bridge. It's good. It took me about an hour and a half, because half an hour, plus the walking, and
you gotta find the next thing.
It takes me about 30, 40 minutes to get through there, do the lap. Had this bloody family of crows follow me the whole way, checking me. Oh, we got an affinity, I know one eye.
Checking for food or?
No, just
like,
sussing me.
Sussing.
No, seeing what I was doing. Why is he recording?
That's good.
Well, now you know. It's a background.
No, I'm going to go make myself a hot chocolate. Make it to this
essential.
next hour. We've made it to 2 hours.
2 hours.
I've had my...
Talk is Cheap is a non-sponsored program. If you would like to be a sponsor, please contact SciTV.com. Just starts putting in impressions. I'll do some voicing for you, okay?
No,
I am a voice actor. I've been manipulating this puppet for several seasons now.
True.
So,
We
both become voice actors.
That's it. We use
Animating
our voice
avatars.
in an acting way. All right. So I'm just on the edges of where the
all thoughts and or comments are copyright of SciTV.com.
Creative Commons, the world.
Space Universe 19.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 42. My apologies.
I had
19 was the last universe I was at. It was a good one.
I had frozen vegetables with in a curry thing and stuff I made for dinner tonight, and I used a closed bag. I tore the bag open, right? And so I put in some sausages separate, and then I put in the pot, and then I put in a zucchini I chopped up that I had in the fridge.
Yep.
Some mushrooms.
Already sounding way too healthy. Yep.
And then some frozen veg.
Nice.
So when I was eating the food, there were plant objects, chopped up bits of things, which were like the ends of, like the stem of broccoli.
Oh, nice.
And other bits of stuff, and something that I ate that was like just fibrous, just fibers. There was all this thing.
Like bamboo or something, bamboo.
Well, I didn't cut it, so it must have come in the bag of veggies. What I'm trying to say is in the bag of veggies wasn't just sort of like beans and carrots and, what else is in there? Onion and...
Oh, they've added the new no foods variety of stuff.
I think they've added just off-cuts. There are off-cuts of
tapped into
veggies.
something. Our last episode, I think we tapped into something with the air, selling air.
Veggie off-cuts.
Lefty's fucking Sesame Street swindle.
I'm quite surprised that they would actually be so bold as to have vegetable offcuts sold in the frozen veg. I mean, should I be surprised?
Who's looking, mate? Who's looking?
No.
Who's looking? I mean, if you're buying frozen veg, you are, something close to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I mean? Like, you're throwing that in with the cheese and the bacon and the, pound of bacon and pound of butter. Yeah.
Got a little bit of the bare bones of a meal going. You just put a bit of liquid in there with some like salt and shit and just fills you up. Keeps you going to the next day.
Nothing stew.
Just the way they like it.
Oh, nothing stew sauce.
Just nothing you going. Just keep you just full until tomorrow.
Moving on.
How are
you
you?
get your sugar rush and
tomorrow.
power up again. Get your sugar rush and power back up. Bit of nothing overnight.
And then
feels you up. Like you always feel full.
And in the morning, caffeine and sugar.
Power rush, caffeine, you're going NATO. You're doing double caffeine, double sugars. So for me, that'd be like 2 coffee, 6 sugar.
Wow.
Yeah, that's NATO. When I go NATO, there's trouble. Something about to start. I need to get that brain cranking.
And you are you seriously having 3 sugars?
Well, when I have a coffee.
Yeah, wow.
Most times I'll drink, that's why I put on a bit of extra weight. I'm just trying to blast it back off again, which has been good. But just, the coffee and the, what are they, the breakers or whatever.
Oh, I
know they're awful, man, because they're just full of fat, sugar and all the rest of the crap. So I have to cut back on them too. Well, it's driving food, man. It's like fucking driving food, all right? It's driving food. It's something you can put in the fucking holster of your car, and you got a fucking pie from the local petrol station.
Have another traveller.
Little traveller, that's it. You got the snossos, you got the old snos roll, you know?
Yep.
Bang down snos roll.
And then plus
chips and fucking scallops, mate. Everyone's got you hit the breaker, couple of breakers. You don't get the little one, you always get the big one.
Yeah, of course you have to have the big one. That makes sense. And
it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Biggest cheaper. I don't know why, but yeah. You get the little one, it's only $1 less than the bigger one.
Might as
what
well.
the fuck? Yeah, might as well get the bigger one.
No point. Makes sense. And you just do that from petrol station to petrol station. So how many breakers do you have in a day? Like 4?
Oh, I don't go, I'll sit on one for a whole day.
Okay, so it's not like your bad old days.
So I'm not like mass consuming them, but I'd imagine someone who would be, they'd have a gut on them, mate. They'd be blasting.
So it's not like your bad old days where you used to have like 4 energy drinks in a day.
17 Red Bulls. Yeah. Check for heart palpitations. Yeah, true.
Thankfully, you moved past the 17 Red Bulls.
I've moved past that. I'm aging well. I'm gaining wisdom, Si. I don't know what it is, but I'm gaining wisdom.
You're down
Not
to
much
one
wisdom,
large breaker. And when you say large, do you mean like 600 or do you mean like the full litery? Like the bigger one, 800 or whatever it is?
Yeah, the 800, that's it, 850.
Yeah, wow. You smash one of them a day. Fuck, that is like some kilojoules in
Oh,
that.
no, that's juice, man. And that's what I'm moving. I'm sweating. I'm doing all the shit, man. You don't worry. I work it all, but I'm still putting on weight. You know what I mean?
Well, yes.
It's idle time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but if you've eaten that much, if you're having that and a pie and shit during the day and a couple of things,
That's more than my daily allowance anyway, you know.
And then come home and if you have like,
the nothing food.
The nothing food. Have some nothing and then eat like a few muffins and a special treat with a special treat, then that's all that food is just
carbohydrate,
Put on.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Right.
Oh, stash that up. No need for that at 9 o'clock at night. Don't know what to do with it. Better just put it over here a bit.
Diarrhea for you in the morning.
The joy of the continually moving bowel. Wow.
You ever flowing?
Yeah.
The true magical thing. In one end, out the other. And not only that, it splits the liquids from the solids.
Oh, it's like a centrifuge.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, human centrifuge. Don't worry about centipedes.
It spins them apart.
The wonder of splitting the solid from the liquid, so you don't just shit yourself all the time. You're welcome.
Yes, I think
it's a bit more glorious than being a worm.
Yeah, but
even though a worm's probably 1,000 times more smarter, but it seems a bit more convenient, you know, to be a donut. The sea urchin. That's my idea of a donut. Yeah, just an elongated donut. Yeah, true.
There are very few creatures that aren't a donut. I guess the donut kind of made sense.
Snake's a donut, isn't it?
Like that's a hell of a donut. That's a donut with
attitude.
attitude.
There you go. A donut with attitude. Donut with consequences.
Yeah, that's some serious consequences.
Best be handling that donut real careful, okay?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, let's say
What's the weirdest looking donut out of all the donuts? I'm trying to think. Like, not like externally, but like it's just so not donut, but is a donut. I mean,
it just is a donut. Yeah. Well, birds are donuts. Sorry,
that's a weird looking donut.
Because well, you think about it. There's no secondary hole, other than the fertilisation thing, and that's it. Well, they're just a mouth and an arsehole, aren't they? Birds. They don't have a willy.
No, they don't.
Don't have a vagina.
Well, how does the male? The male must have something. Actually,
that's sex organ. That's not water separation. That's not like
it's
human.
Actually a sex organ.
No, come on, that's just for reproduction. They don't get a piss tube.
No.
So really, just mammals have got piss tubes. Even fish are donuts. Think about it. They're just fucking mouth and arsehole.
Octopus. Now that's not a donut.
There you go. Well, it's got a squirter.
Yeah, they've got one. Yeah, I'd say that. There you go.
They got ink squirter, man. That's separate. That's different.
No,
they're not a donut because they've got a separate
thing. They're not a donut.
That's not a breeding thing. They got a breeding fucking tentacle. I wouldn't be surprised if an octopus pisses. It'd be closer to a mammal than it is fucking a sea creature.
Eels, donut.
Donut. Like I said, most fish, man. Whales aren't donuts. They piss and shit. So
a whale's a donut. What about an ant?
No, it's not a donut because it pisses shit and it has a separate pouch for breeding.
Well, that's like a human.
It's got 3 mechanisms.
I mean, I know that there's the
donut with extra holes.
A bit of jam filled. Yeah.
Welcome to the upgrade.
You stick, but you do. You get that donut and you just stick in the jam squeezer or the custard squeezer, squeeze that custard straight into the inside. That's it. Fill him up. A few little squeaks.
What's that fucking game I sent you? What was that game?
What was that? What was it? What was that?
It was
the character.
You had to cruise around the stations and then pump them up.
I think that was to reduce your load. I don't think that was just...
It was to drop your ball size.
Yeah, basically.
Because your bills
You
up.
were trying
You got to make your way...
sneak your way through. And then...
I'm trying to find it.
Use it to squirt. You had to That was tripped.
I could see that as a VR game.
I could see it as a VR game.
It actually said, it said that it worked with the attachments.
With what attachments?
You've got to look at the game. Hang on.
I saw the game. I didn't read it saying anything about dildonics.
Didn't you open up more? Yeah, it said it had ways of attaching to dildonics.
So you run around just leaking cum everywhere.
The Gooner game, the ultimate Gooner game.
Was that what it was called?
No, I'm trying to find the fucking thing. You only see these things if you're adult, all right? So yeah, just tell the audience. Only find these games if you're adult on Steam.
Yeah, for sure. Hang on, I'll scroll back.
There's definitely protections against young players for getting this stuff. Sensitive eyes.
Here we go. What the fuck?
Where was it?
It's called Churn Vector.
Churn Vector, that was it.
Is that it?
Yeah, open that back up and you have a look because it says, it's so true. It said, yeah, it's basically you can attach to your toilet.
I've got to send a code and everything to my email address. And
no, I don't.
Hang on. Can't you get it? Like, aren't you usually Steam loaded? What's going on? I'm opening my email.
Smooch.
Go to here.
Because we've been looking at games, fighting games where you load your VRML character into and have a bit of a biff. We were going to attempt to have a cheap where we'd be biffing on each other while we're trying to talk.
That would be funny.
That would be funny as fuck. Here it is. Oh no, this one.
Yeah, Churn Vector.
Churn Vector. No.
And you unburden yourself. 3 cool levels to play. Mature content description. The description of non-consensual soft cock-for explicit sex scenes with cum inflation and non-humanoid penises in this game as part of the description.
Yeah.
There are depictions of non-consensual soft cock-for, explicit sex scenes and cum inflation. Churn Vector is a single-player stealth action game where instead of eliminating targets with a gun, you eliminated them with your cock. Accidentally, but this is the bizarre bit. Accidentally get caught. You store your mistake in the balls.
That's right.
Physics simulated hefty balls. Too many mistakes will drag you down. Use various environmental stations to reduce your load of mistakes. And take on challenging contracts from characters trying to get bored discreetly. I've got to tell you, this is funny shit. Infinite fluid splatter tech, glorp up the whole world.
So
procedural penetration deformations for toys and characters during sex. Procedural penetration deformations. An advanced AI system that uses imperfect information to track you down as team. 8 unique furry characters to vor. Come inflate characters at glory hole stations. What is that? What kind of sentence? I mean, I get it, but I mean, come inflate characters at glory hole stations. Can you imagine just saying that at any time in history?
You're popping balloons behind the wall.
You go back to ancient China.
Damn, I got to empty these balls.
I need to come and inflate characters at glory hole stations. They'd just be like, what the
fuck?
You explain it to them, they're just like, whoa.
Just fully backing
Churn
away.
characters.
Okay.
Now this was also interesting. Churn characters.
That means to keep re-drilling and emptying. So there's characters you can just keep emptying into.
Sentient filled condoms.
Sentient.
Filled. On.
It's aware. Stop! It's just like keeps banging. It's like screaming its head off.
This game presents non-consent lightheartedly and humorously. Consent in real life must be treated seriously and with respect.
Very seriously and respect. That's correct.
But I don't. That's.
I came across it. I just went, I have to send this to Si because I need his approval before I buy this game.
I mean. It needs to be. It needs to be understood. Like it needs to be seen to be.
It needs to be put through processing to find out what this really means. Because having a brain malfunction trying to process it.
But it doesn't say anything about connecting to.
Just watch the video. Like there's a video to it.
I watched the video. Like the first image is like a giant circle panning shot around him of a giant erect horse cock. As he's like,
you can see why these adult novels with all the animal friends, centaur and stuff, is becoming quite appealing now. You know, when things like this are available, then it's going to be available in the other stream.
I see that. So he somehow messes up. That's and then hang on, and then
it's filling up, the engorging, as they call it.
Puts the actually absorbs the creature into his cock. He his cock eats
extra baggage.
His cock eats the other person on the screen, and it's like imagine like a snake and like this giant creature animal is being sucked into the eye of the cock as it's being eaten by the penis, and that's what you do.
Definitely, it sounds like a Japanese market.
That's when you make a mistake. That's what you do. Yeah. You eat the thing with your penis. You eat it.
Yeah, get it right in there,
and you store it in your balls, and then you find
dragging them around like big huge sacks behind you,
and then you find special stations that allow you to unload.
Cum dumpsters. Gotta find the cum dumpster.
This is literally a game description off Steam. So if anyone's trying to figure out what the fuck we're talking about, like it's a ridiculous thing. It's not our fault. I'm not.
No. Purely externally driven. All right, okay. I came across by chance. I was going through the sale items and it was one of the sale items. So, yeah.
Okay, it's so good.
Review time.
This game is so good. Glad I got it when I did. Awesome game. Workshop inclusion adds a lot of cool things. It is slightly lacking in content. It's fun, but needs some new characters you can play as and some new maps. That's a fun game. So I think the 3 maps is a little limiting.
Well, it's a start. I mean, you got to put your toe in the water, as they say.
Okay.
If there's demand for it, then I guess they're going to get the hits.
This is thoughtful. 6.7 out of 10. And this is a bit detailed. This game is a practical Hitman, but without the shooting. It's a typical stealth game where instead of killing, strangling, putting to sleep, etc., you mainly sneak around and wait for a lone soul, male or female. I played a bit, and I have to say it's fun, except that my inner self would rather not suck others in like a vacuum cleaner.
Is it a soul?
But rather be...
I connect with. What was the alternative? Bludgeoned to death with giant horse cock.
But the game is generally available in a wide range of language options. It includes Steam Workshop, where you can download maps. This is a plus, still being developed. In my own way, it's not the worst I've ever played. It's playable, it has fun physics, it's worth your time. Okay, this is a not recommended. I got me a good bit of time in this game, got it around the time it came out, looked promising. I was not preparing for what I was getting into. Firstly, the price, it's steep for what you get. It's like 15 minutes. There's not a lot of built-in levels in it. The controls, no real explanation, no lore in game. If anything, there are fan projects, blah, blah, blah. It's been silent for the last year. No big upgrades. Some things were downgrades. Felt like 5 levels, modded test ones, 30 seconds. God, it's an incredibly long review.
He's obviously invested time, so he's giving them a good feedback. Is that what they call that when it's taken out a couple of paragraphs, or is it just over-explaining?
Maybe over-explaining.
Yes, it's a development thing. Encourage them, give them money. Maybe they'll build, better accessories.
Product refunded. I don't know. It's pretty all right, I guess. Listen, if you're into vor and stealth, this is a decent game.
Vash would be proud.
Yeah. Pretty all right, I guess. Models are pretty good too.
This game is Vash approved.
I wish there were other Wow, war.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd prefer it if there were other types of vor, such as oral or umber, that your character could do, simply because I'm not...
Oh, the sucking up. Yeah.
Because I'm not the biggest fan of CV. But I'm not entirely against it.
The reviews themselves are funny.
The game is decent as is. There are a couple of fun mods, though most just model swaps. It can be fun to try and speedrun the different maps. If you've had a couple of runs to scout the paths of objectives, you can also challenge yourself to various other things. The game's main objectives already challenge you not to get caught by security. But what about seeing how fast you can CV every NPC while fulfilling every objective? All in all, I'd say it's a very good game, though it feels more like a proof of concept, as mentioned in the beginning. If you like vor and stealth, it's worth grabbing. A very horny game.
That sounds like a positive
review. There's 538 reviews of it.
Well, there you go.
That's quite...
500 satisfied or unsatisfied customers.
Oh, so there's some percentage of.
I'm pretty simple with my Steam review. I just go, good, meh.
Unburdening yourself. The whole image of the unburdening is the most... Is ridiculous. Must release. Unburden myself. Spray paint effect. I like that. I mean, as long as you can cover the roof and the floor, then it's good. Is it a bit like kind of the Squid Game? What's the Squid Game on Nintendo? Squidwards? No, that's a character. What is it called? I can't believe I never really played it much. Right. You never played it?
No.
It's like an inks game. You got to ink everywhere and
spray everywhere. Well, it's like what's a peach beach blast or whatever it is. Water splash peach blast or whatever.
Oh, is it like that?
It's like they got water pistols and you got to spray and try and douse them with water and they get pushed back to their their line and stuff. It's all cute chicks in bikinis and stuff. Yeah. It's ace, man. Woo.
The things you can get on PC. It's amazing.
PC Master Race.
Yeah.
Come on.
The Master Race needs all the
Microsoft.
Things. Microsoft wanted to have it. It was Microsoft's choice. It's like OpenAI wants to do porn now.
Don't worry. I'm sure old Gatesy's got a copy. He'd have a copy of this game too. Secret.
The churn vector.
A little sly copy, I reckon.
Do you think he has finders that just sift through all the content?
Oh, yeah. You have to, sir, here's the list. Oh, very tasty.
Let me choose.
Let me throw. I'll figure out what I want to throw a few dollars against next.
Yeah. Maybe he has to get like a few others too.
EA Sports bought by the EAU or UAE. Sorry.
What, by the country?
Yeah.
So the UAE bought EA Sports.
The brand, yeah. Own all the games now. It's bucks, mate. Everyone buys them. All the sports people buy them every year. It doesn't matter.
No,
and all they do is mix the characters up, and bam, they get the new one every year. Bam, it's just money.
Yeah.
They're buying money. Money that just gets spent on games. And that's EA Sports games. Yeah.
Wow.
Boop. There's some big shifts, man, going on. It's good. I like to see mix up. It's nice. It's just like someone else has grabbed the card. Oh, well, there you go. Should have grabbed it a few years ago when you thought it was a stupid idea. Maybe you would have made all that money between then and now.
Yeah, there's that. That's the...
But at least it's a tried and tested product, and it'll keep going. It'll keep fucking getting money spent on it. Because they put out, the quality product, Bam. What else we got in topics tonight?
Quality product. No.
Not satisfied? Money back?
That's I don't want my money back.
Oh, my soul tokens I want back.
I had to correct someone this week who said that Jewish people always wanted a refund. And I said, no, you must be mistaken.
What? What?
I'd never heard that before. I always thought they were having a good deal. Maybe trying to
it's not a sale until the salesman cries.
Come on. The salesman will cry. A bit of Phoenician.
You got to cry hard.
Haggle and barter. But I've never heard of the Phoenician give me my money back.
No.
Because and get a refund on everything. And they were like, oh, but, that
comes down to the whole basis, man. The customer is always wrong, okay? Remember that.
Yes. Unless they agree with you, in which case.
And then they're right.
And then, you're right.
Well, there wasn't any disagreement at all.
No.
They were always going to get it. That's it. And they knew what it would, the quality and the outcome based on contributions.
Yeah, I just like, it's interesting when people start tripping on that, just start imagining, cultural traits.
It's where you put your money, Si. It's what you're invested in. Where you're prepared to put your time.
It's like Chinese, eating family dogs. It's like, no,
who cares,
the
man?
neighbour's dog.
Was a dog there? Was it anybody's dog? No. Well, it's dinner.
Well, it's opportunistic too. If you want to, there's a lot of people around.
Well, it keeps the strays down.
It's
animal control. Come on, it's space level animal control.
Yeah. I mean, I advocate for it to be available for humans.
There's too many of it. Just eat it.
Yeah, you should just eat it. You know that you've created more resource availability and well-being for others by doing so.
You cut down on the need for others to keep that animal alive.
That's right.
Yeah. Serve it justice.
Justice. Yeah.
I mean, otherwise it would be suffering.
Well, I mean, this is it. More resources for others.
Is it control suffering, or is it just, hey, look, dinner?
Yeah. What's less kind?
What's on the menu?
Eating something or letting it have to eat itself.
The worst kind.
I prefer to eat the thing. If it has to eat itself, that's too sad.
And the eating is part of the, the celebration of the end of the suffering.
That's it. This is the end. Yep. It's where it shows away.
Let us free you. Let us free you from it. That this endless sufferings. Yeah. One tiny nibble at a time. Exactly, Simon. It's just weeping while eating it because so grateful. So grateful to help.
Yeah.
Truly help. And be globally responsible.
Well, doing your part to make more.
Your small part in this huge place in which we live, right?
By making more things available for others.
By giving the helping of the most needy, the suffering.
That's right. Eating them.
Welcome to Sullivan Green. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the thing.
We've got to get to that step where we're prepared to take that, that grand leap and understand the true nature of recycling. Right?
Look, I've done the maths.
And a war on suffering. End the war on suffering by coming to a general understanding.
You need more. Yeah. Humans are not an effective. There can be a short-term food, but as a long-term food.
But in some circumstances and the right conditions, they breed very well.
Just too slowly.
You know what I mean? Like, well, all you need to do is moral decay, and then you've got it. You hit the nail. Everyone's doing everybody.
There's still maturity for consumption.
You mightn't get the full one, but you can get the egg and the little sack that goes with it.
14 years, 15. A long time to wait. You've got to have a whole, it's not like most other good species to eat, like maybe 1 or 2 years, 3.
Well, the lion's got it. Like the lions, they always eat the other cubs. Like you come in and you take over a pride, the first thing you do is, the old guys, his pride's mine. That's my lunch. That's the first thing I do. And then I come in and assert authority. I go through all the, up a chain all the way to the top, Bit feisty, the feistiest in amongst the girls.
Selecting.
Nail the weakest to the hardest to get, as they say.
Strategic production.
And then insert authority. Comes in, harem, instant harem. Once he's gone, my harem, mine.
And as I always say, at that point, it settles in that you've got to feed it, clothe it.
Then comes the true tasks.
Yeah, the responsibility.
Yeah. And that's where you learn to be a good father. because you keep your boys up to a certain age, and then it's get out of here.
You don't just eat them?
Not your boys. You eat the other boys. You know,
do you?
Previous owners' boys. Yeah, just make sure you get rid of them.
You've got to definitely.
Yeah. And if you're coming in and you're just one lion, because remember, there's the dad and then there's the boys when you come across them. You know, he always asserts to his boys that he's the fucker. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to be the fucker, you go find your own pride. You go and fight someone else for a pride. Yeah. Or you know, your group of ladies, lioness ladies.
Lioness.
Ladies.
Fucking honey
You good,
badger.
Si? What are you doing?
Honey badger. What?
What the fuck? Over.
Honey badger. Fucking honey badgers, man. They give you bloody lion cubs that go, little boy lions and a little who's fucking who. Honey badger just comes through and just fuck you all up. Just give you a little nip. You're just trying to like grab at it. And
In his
paw at it.
territory. Yeah.
He's
stomped
on
on
your
him.
cock, man. He's just swinging on it. You're just fucking like,
Napper
He's
doodle
beat it off,
doo.
he's run off.
That's breakfast. He'll be back for the others later.
That's right.
He'll be back for the suitcase on the back later.
That's
that's it.
have a good old snack. Keep the fucking just get those and those bloody takoyaki balls gone.
Double prairie oysters. That's it. Straight down. Dunk.
Yep,
Take off the
fine.
sausage and the prairie oysters.
Looking, that's it. That's the lion dealt with. Now, what are these sons? Sons are all looking a bit sheepish now. Not too sure.
Backing off.
Yeah, back shrinking.
Could be
Pretending
Badger's
otherwise.
territory. Self-domination, just starts pissing on everything. That's
Desperate.
what they do. No. Well, the first thing you do, you come in and they're all sitting around the tree and you chase off the big fella. First thing you do is you put your smell up that tree. You're like,
Better do it.
this is
quick.
my tree. This is my tree. And you sit down. Well, you mightn't sit down straight away. You'd be looking around. You're watching them young fellas, seeing what they do, especially the bigger ones. Because eventually, you're going to have to scare them off. Because they've seen you eating the cubs, right? And they know, look, I got two options. I could be a little bitch, just hang around this new one, maybe get a bit of a sly on, one of the mums, or I can just fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what, be going through there. Do I challenge him, the new, so-called king? Or do I just, go and find my own stuff going on, Maybe gang up with a couple of mates, find a big spread somewhere, one old lion, looks like he's, doesn't know what he's doing. All the boys off hunting, come in there and take out the old lion and then just, boop, take all them young lasses with us. Everyone gets one, make your own, start a new family. Always possibility.
One planet each.
Yeah.
A spaceship, personal ship, fly off.
There immediately. Low
Just make up
cost.
your own little story, fantasy story
Workable
about why they're
payments. Yeah, true.
How did this come to be? We'll ground it by the
Origins,
giant.
build your own origin story.
That's right.
There you go.
You've got to be able to build your own origin story. If you haven't got that, what have you got?
Who made who? That's the question everyone seems to be asking.
Well, you got to try.
Was it us?
You got
Was
to
it
control the
them? Was
narrative.
it they? Was it you? Was it me? Was it we? Was it I?
A lot. There's a lot.
A lot involved. Don't worry about what, where, and when. Okay,
Who?
just keep them
Yeah.
out of the equation. Yeah, true.
But far too thin on why.
Put a good foundation down. That's what I've always thought.
And Judas always said that.
Build it on something that's solid, which is under your feet. Or what you're standing on. That seems pretty solid. You find something solid in that, then build it on that.
Oh, Roman engineering.
Boof. Huh? Them hills look pretty good. How about we build palaces on them? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dig.
Let's put it down. What are we going to need? Whole lot of liquors, whores at your wazoo. Okay, we need the more whores than you can find. We bring them from around
Special
the world.
moats.
Yeah, special delivery.
You
right?
just pull
And
out
then
that
the
water.
engineers and the
That's
builders
as we
will
start-
come.
start
They will
laying
come.
that concrete in.
If you bring it,
Bits of hay.
they will come. They will come straight away.
Archers everywhere.
In droves.
Couldn't help
In
but
droves.
build, amazing
The word will
amounts of
spread,
archers.
and then
It's
they'll
like-
all be there. And then bang, within months,
I wonder always if they
whoring and
reuse
whatever.
the wood.
Yeah,
Could never
bribery,
quite tell.
you name it. Everyone's got to cut a little corner.
I imagine you would.
Bam,
though.
it's done.
There'll probably be setups.
Could be whipping involved.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, more than likely.
Always whipping.
Fucking lazy cunts, I tell you. They need
I
a
get
whip
them
or
to build a
two.
good fence.
How much is it these days? Like, is it 120 a metre?
Yeah, it can be. Easy.
At least,
That's not even including like a six-pack at the end of the day.
How many fags is it going to take me? Don't worry about that. No.
Couldn't afford it.
How many dozens am I going to have to smash without blowing out to get it done? And then get cash by the end of the day, because I don't fucking take, check or bank transfer. I need cash. Mick Nolan was no stupid man, was he?
No.
He knew what he was talking about when he said best things in life, cashies. Smokes, pokes and cokes, mate. It's all you can depend upon if you want to get something done.
That's it.
And pokes could have a double meaning, It could be the poke keys, but it could be the poke-er. You know what I mean? Like it always had that double entendre to me. Like, there weren't many ladies in that town, were
Interesting.
there? There were when you went to the pub, and always the ladies were always around Sass. Yeah, other boys didn't get much, but Sass got everything. He seemed like the primary puller for the ladies, the old Sass man.
No. Was he? The ladies?
If you think about it, just review in your mind the episodes, right? Think about it.
I suppose.
Hyper evolved. Alien approved. The Sass man. Universal constant. I would go so far as to say universal constant. The Sass.
trying.
It's amazing he went away as a small creature and then came back as a Sas, like the full evolution. And that was the whole story behind the Sasquatch, is it actually is a sloth that was alien approved and then returned back to Earth in hyper-evolved form to study the human race, and had, like universal, well, you saw what he could do. He could just go, what are you talking about? And then it would just be gone. Like he had control over time and space, man, the old Sas. He sort of got it, but he didn't. And he always pretended that he didn't know. That was the best thing. And that's why the whole response of, what are you talking about? It's like, I don't even recall that happening. And then, boop, back to where it was. Like what you've said is a figment of my imagination, so therefore it doesn't exist. The full reversal. It's like the reverse card. You've made a statement, the reverse card is thrown down. I make a statement, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like you make a bizarre claim, I say, what are you talking about? I'm asking you to question yourself on what you saw and what you thought you read or whatever, bro. It's the ultimate argument. Because either you say exactly what you just said and it's not true because it's in his hand and he's like looking at you with a strange look, or you just go, and that's why the other Sasquatch, what was his, they had the separate, Donnie started to pick up on what was going on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he smoked with Sass and he did, heaps with Sass, right? And then every time he said it, Donnie was able to remember the previous occurrence and the fact that Sass had changed it.
Oh,
he had the double effect, yeah. He knew he changed it, and then he didn't say anything about it any further. But he acknowledged that it changed, that Sass actually manipulated the outcome. That's just my theory, okay? Just,
I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was worth cheaping about.
Well, cheaper. It is 3 minutes, 3 hours.
We've reached the mark.
We have. I'm going to.
You survived, so another cheapings. Thank you for a Saturday night. That's good. I like going, riffing, and I certainly did quite a bit of laughing. That's for sure. It was good value. It was good value.
I slept, but I could have had another hour's sleep. I think that would have been better. Alrighty, I'm gonna hit the outro button. Real Talk is Cheap, Season X, episode 4 XV.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Real talk is cheap, real funk and cheap and the rest. Just squawk, cheap, cheap, cheap.